Missing university student Chaleen Evans has been found. Evans was discovered by a search team on a beach property in Hopewell in the parish today and was rushed to hospital. Her condition is not known at this time, but family members say she is being treated by doctors. The 27-year-old woman disappeared in bushes on the outskirts of the upscale Orchard Gardens community in Hopewell on Saturday, hours after visiting the father of her child. Previously, family members told reporters that Evans suffers from depression. Fiery protest in Grandspen over police killing. Irate residents of Grandspen in St. Andrew are protesting the fatal shooting of a music producer Tuesday night in the community. Reports are that a police team was responding to reports of gunfire in the area sometime after 8 p.m. when the producer, identified as Tadmar, was shot and killed during a confrontation with lawmen. A 45 semi-automatic pistol with 3 rounds was reportedly taken from his body. Police report that Tadmar was the main suspect in the murder of a man in the community earlier this week.
So here today we have a situation where there's some social unrest in the Grandspen community emanating from the community of cruiser bands, where yesterday the police had a confrontation with a known criminal, a man called Tadmar, who we have evidence shot and killed a man on Sunday whilst he was performing some construction work in the community, and fired shots at another man also. Now, the police, having gotten information that the man had returned to his place of abode, went and was confronted. A show of support for criminality and lawlessness. Evidence of the magnitude of social decay that has taken place in our society, which will not be supported or tolerated by the police. We will not tolerate support for criminality, nor will we tolerate acts of criminality within this space without taking action. The investigation has pretty much been concluded. The file is complete. All that is left now is for the deceased to be formally identified.
On Wednesday morning, however, placard-bearing Grandspen residents took to the streets and blocked roads, burning debris in protest against the police killing. Alleged knife robber killed by security guard identified. The St. James police have identified a man who was killed while reportedly attempting a bank robbery in the parish today. He is Dwight Anglin, otherwise known as Tommy of Norwood, St. James. Anglin was reportedly killed by a security guard at the Scotia Bank in Sam Sharp Square in the parish today. He reportedly approached the teller and brandished a knife. Reports are that he jumped over the counter in his attempt to rob the establishment before he was accosted and shot by an on-duty security guard. Anglin was taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The police indicate that Anglin is suspected to have been behind a series of knife robberies of small businesses in the parish recently. I tested negative for COVID, says Beanie Man, in response to claims he broke quarantine in Ghana. Dancehall artist Beanie Man has denied media reports out of Ghana that he tested positive for COVID-19 when he arrived in the West African Republic. I have no COVID. Never caught COVID before. Tested negative for COVID. Been traveling for the past 6 months COVID-free. Fully vaccinated, Beanie Man tweeted. The 48-year-old entertainer went on to share a negative PCR test from a lab located in Accra, and a letter stating that the Ghana Health Service was informing him of the negative test result, along with a statement. As a carrier of the sickle cell disease, I understand the importance of following the protocols set out to help stop the spread of the virus. I know the importance of protecting myself, my family, my team, and the people I interact with, the statement read. He said all his COVID-19 tests came back negative before entering Ghana. I did a COVID-19 test at the Heathrow Airport in London. The test results were negative. Less than 24 hours after arriving in Ghana, I did another test, which was negative. 3 days later, I did a PCR test to clear me for travel, which also came back negative. I have crossed 2 international borders where I was tested, and all were negative, he shared. Decomposing body of retired police inspector found in Manchester. The Manchester police are probing the death of a retired inspector whose decomposing body was found in his house in Cobbler on Monday. The police say the body of 59-year-old Raymond Palmer was found on a bed in his house after neighbors called to report an odor. A post-mortem examination is to be conducted to determine the cause of death. Palmer had settled in the farming community after his retirement. Vendor shot dead at home in Westmoreland. A vendor was shot and killed after gunmen invaded his home in Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland on Tuesday morning. Dead is 58-year-old Michael Wright of Darling Street in Savannah Lamar in the parish. Reports are that Wright was at home about 4:30 a.m. when gunmen entered and opened gunfire, hitting him several times. Residents who heard the explosions alerted the police. On the arrival of the police, Wright was found in bed suffering from bullet wounds. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Investigations are ongoing. Man charged for shooting 3 people at Bull Bay Wholesale. The police have charged a man for shooting 3 people at a wholesale in 9 Miles Bull Bay, St. Andrew in March. He is 21-year-old Raheem Whittingham of Julian Road in Waltham Park, St. Andrew. Whittingham was charged on Monday with 3 counts of wounding with intent and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Reports from the Elliston Road Criminal Investigation Branch are that about 12:15 p.m. on Sunday, March 27th, Whittingham allegedly went to the wholesale and opened gunfire, injuring 3 men. The men were treated at hospital for their injuries. Investigations led to Whittingham's apprehension. He was placed on an identification parade on Friday, December 24th, during which he was pointed out. He was subsequently charged on Monday, December 27th. His court date is being finalized. 2 cops arrested for allegedly attempting to rob bar in Kingston. 2 members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, reportedly from the Kingston Western Division, were among a group of 4 men who were arrested for allegedly trying to break into a bar in East Kingston on Wednesday. Reports are that cops were traveling along Windward Road about 3 a.m. when they saw 2 men standing under a shed. They were accosted and asked why they were on the road. The men told the officers that they were working in St. Thomas and waiting on their boss to pick them up. The cops reportedly also observed a white AD wagon parked in the vicinity of Olmsted Road and a grey Toyota Wish which was parked in an open lot with 2 men in the vehicle who had reclined their seats. When questioned by the officers on patrol, the men in the car identified themselves as cops. The lawmen on patrol reportedly observed that a bar across the road had one of the locks cut off. The grill was also partially cut off. The men were then taken to the Elliston Road CIB to be questioned. A gun was retrieved from one of the officers found in the vehicle, and another gun and 54 rounds of ammunition were taken from one of the men. Beer allegedly stolen from Red Stripe Brewery recovered. The police have recovered more than 700 cases of beer stolen from a Red Stripe facility recently. 1 man has been arrested in connection with the robbery. A truck was also seized. The police have also listed 40-year-old Christopher Rose as a person of interest. Reports are that on Sunday, December 26th, approximately 700 cases of liquor were stolen from the Red Stripe Brewery. It is understood that once inside the facility, the thieves tied up an on-duty security guard. Preliminary estimates indicate the beer is valued at over $7 million.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here, Warlord representing.
Thank you for watching. Like the video before you go. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. And remember to share the video with your friends and family. And browse the channel for more quality content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them!